Hello friends, now we will see how we can perform string operations. First, we need to understand what are strings. Python handles tracks data generally where the strings data types, and this makes strings perhaps the most important data type. So you can understand that it's really very important. In Python, strings is most important data type. So it's very important how to work with it. We should know it. So we should look at strings as a banner where multiple characters are linked together. The string data is an immutable type, which means it cannot be modified. So whenever we think of any work, we maximum time we use string data type in operations. So we need to learn what are basic operations in strings. So first thing, whenever we are we are assigning a character or a string, we use single quote which represent a character. And you can also use double quote. Single quote and double quote will work in the same way in most of the cases. So first I'm writing this text, then we will go with example. You can also use double quotes instead of single quote. String. So whenever we are assigning a character or string, we will use single quote which represent a character. Like now, if we are going with example, if C is equal to Z, we can write it down like this. C is equal to C is a variable whose value is Z, and Z is a character. Now D is a variable whose value may be any name. Let me guess, there is a name Prerna. Then we can also use single quote. In the similar fashion, we can use double quote. Like if there is a character, this variable E and John. Now these both will work here in the same way. Now if I want to print what are the names? Variable C. You can see there are three variables C, D, E. Now if so, there is an error where is the indentation error is there with C. There may be some error with D and E. Indentation means alignment error. unexpected indentation. You can see there was a spacing, so there should not be any spacing in a fresh line. You can see this. And we can see double quote and single quote working in the same way. So this is how a string works. The value within double quote or single quote, a variable is a string. Okay guys. Now, now if we want to include words with a single quote such as didn't, there is a word don't where we use a single quote within a word. So it will might end up with an error in a single quote. How? Just write out. When I'm writing this, so you get to remember what it is. When you will see it, when you want to include words with a single quote, such as didn't, we might end up like didn't, don't, I'll. These all are same kind of word. There is a quotation within a word. So we might end up with an error. Now, what we'll do, let foresee we are printing a sentence where this type of quotation is used. So I am writing, I didn't know, and we are using this. Then now I'm going to, this is an error. What kind of error? There is a single quotation here and single quotation here. It will see this word T no as outside, and Python doesn't identify it. So this we can use an escape character here. How? If we are using this I didn't know and we are using within the word escape character, then not here, it should be here. You can see now we can print. So this is how escape character is very important. Or for the same value we can use double quote, like control C. Don't want to use escape character, but we can use double quote here. If we are using double quote here and we are going to run this, it won't show any kind of error. Now that escape character which we saw earlier can also be used for other stuff like adding a new line. So for adding a new line we can use escape character. How? Now we will see how we can use it. Print hi Bob. How are you? Now, if I'm going to run this, you can see here, hi Bob, then a new line has been added. So, if we are using a single slash n, then we can go for a new line. But if we are using in this way, it will add a space here. So, we will remove it and we will, then you can see it's a good use of backslash. So if we want to print something which should be in two lines or next line, we can use backslash here. So these are some basics of string operations. Thank you for watching my video. We will continue it next video. Thank you.